Welcome, students. I'm Sarah Bryans-Bongey, and I will be your instructor for this course. I'm really looking forward to the semester ahead. So I'm starting out by giving you this virtual tour of our course site. This will be very helpful for you if you have questions and later want to see how to navigate this course. So you should be looking at the main screen of the course. And as you can see, there are three main sections. At the far left, there's a general navigation bar. Then there is a course-specific navigation bar, and then, of course, the main area of the course. At the far left, what I'd like you to do, because I think it will be very helpful for all of us, is take a little minute right now and click on the account button and upload your picture so that we all can kind of connect your image with the various discussions and assignments you complete as the semester proceeds. So if you don't already have that done, just pause your video for a minute and then take a look at the accounts area and set up your account. Then come back and we'll proceed from there. So after you've done that, you can see now that we have a navigation bar along the left of the course. Now this navigation bar can be collapsed or expanded by using this little menu area. So these little lines up at the top can be very helpful if you need more real estate on your screen. You just click them to remove it or click them to add it back. So I'm going to click and add it back. So now the next thing I wanted to show you is pretty much the navigation of the course. You can see that the syllabus is linked here, as well as modules, and then discussion posts, grades, and then this people link will provide you with a list of all the different students who are in the class. So you can see everyone else who's in the class, and you can actually communicate with them more easily as a result. So I'm going back to the home screen, and then just going to tell you a little bit more about our main page. You can see that I have the Zoom room link provided here, and our course meets every week on Tuesdays from 7:30 to 8:20. So please be sure to attend those sessions. They're not very long, but they'll be very helpful in terms of helping you complete the various course activities you'll be doing. As you know, this course is going to be very hands-on, and you'll be actually creating an online course of your own. So just to tell you also another bit about this information, the to-do link here, this should be an ongoing list of the various assignments that come up as the semester proceeds. Here you can see more than what's actually been released at this point, because obviously course evaluations is going to be later on in the semester. But the three links that are up here are all things that you'll be doing in the imminent future. So that's good to know. It'll help you keep on track. Sometimes those links, depending on the width of your screen, might be listed below the home page. So just know that there could be not necessarily on the right, but possibly at the bottom of the screen as well. Now, the textbook for the course is Online Teaching Methods, and I was the editor for that book, along with my colleague, Kevin Graziano. And so we're able to provide you with the assigned textbook readings. So if you click the link here, you would be able to access the textbook, and I encourage you to download it. It doesn't include the entire book, but it does include the introduction and then a variety of different chapters that you'll be needing to use for your reading assignments. So that's another aspect of this course. I will be hosting my office hours every Wednesday at 1 o'clock via Zoom and by appointment. So I'll be hosting those again in this same Zoom room link. So you can stop by if you like. And if that does not work for you, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm happy to meet with you at your convenience. So please feel free to do that. Also, you're welcome to text me. The syllabus has contact information for me, so you're welcome to text me or call me. So those are two other ways to reach me as we proceed. So now I've just clicked on the modules link, and you can see that at this point, the only modules that have been released are Module 0, where you're asked to walk through and introduce yourself, and also Module 1. I'm going to just walk us quickly through Module 0, where it includes a brief welcome, a little introduction to me, and also some tips for how you can get started with this course. Next in this welcome module is how you can get technical support. So if you have an issue with your mobile app, or if you have an issue with the online course site that's technical in nature, like you can't log in or there's some problem of that nature, then you'll want to communicate with ITSS Help. And they're very good at getting back to you, and they will help you out with regard to any issues regarding your connectivity. So that is a technical support information. I've also hosted in this Start Here area the academic calendar, so that you can kind of see where, where the holidays are, when the campus is closed, and so forth. So this will be helpful for you. Our final exam week is April 29th to May 3rd. I've kind of left that free. There's no real new assignments or new readings during that week, obviously, but there is time for you to complete and wrap up any assignments that you might not have completed at that time. So that's the academic calendar. I'm now going to go and close that out. That was a pop-up link, and go to the next area, the Start Here module. And this is your Introduce Yourself. Several of you have already started this. I thank you so much for doing that. But this is a simple introductory assignment rather than do a discussion. It's kind of fun for us to get to know each other in a more visual way. And so this is a class community assignment. These Google Slides are all set up as being editable. Some people call this activity flat lay. I just call it a Google slide introduction activity. But you can go ahead and select a Google slide. Obviously, you're going to pick one that hasn't already been used, and you're going to be editing it to introduce yourself. You should include your full name and pictures of yourself, your background, your main goal, any fun fact you want. And then when we meet for class during the first session, we'll be able to take turns presenting our information to one another. So that is that assignment. I'm going to close out of that. And just be sure you get it done. I have the due date here on the 14th, but make sure that you have it done by the time we meet on our first class session on the 16th, because then we will be definitely using that in our synchronous Zoom-based class. So here is a discussion area where you can ask me any questions. And then pretty much as I showed you before, we have the PDF that you can download for your course readings. So that is the Zoom, the information for the Start Here module. Now we've launched into, by just connecting the next button, we've launched into module number 1. I'm going to just navigate out and back so you can see that this is how it would look when you're looking at it overall. But module 1 is getting started in the online learning environment. You'll notice that I always have a pretty systematic way of structuring the course. I usually provide an overview just to kind of tell you what to expect. And then I also include specific outcomes and objectives that you're expected to focus on during this week. And all the activities and content I've provided you is to support you in attaining those objectives. And of course, there's a list of activities that you would need to be doing. And then basically, because I have modules all organized in 2 weeks at a time, I have a week 1 and a week 2 with the given activities for each, along with due dates. So I think that will help keep everything really clear for you. And I hope that you find that helpful. Now, as you navigate through the module, you're going to be finding some content that will help you master the course information and objectives that we've set out for this particular module. So here's a very engaging video by Sir Ken Robinson, and also some details about online teaching and how it is becoming more and more prolific throughout our country. So digital citizenship and netiquette, as a foundational idea for this course and possibly for any other course that you're going to be developing and designing, netiquette is very important. Digital citizenship is very important to get that civility idea out and understood universally throughout your your course and your course participants. So here I have a little bit of content around netiquette, and also I have a quiz that you can take to demonstrate your mastery of the very basic ideas of netiquette. You can take this quiz 2 times. You have 60 minutes to take it, and the highest score of those 2 times will be retained. It's worth a total of 20 points. And really, it's quite a simple test, I would say. The reason why I'm having it is not only to just kind of talk about what the essentials of netiquette, but even more so you can see how this quiz works, because you may well, especially if you're working in elementary levels, but you may well want to use a quiz to just be sure that the students have done the readings, or just to be sure that they have the most foundational understanding of the topic at hand. I've also used quizzes in a grant that I created and conducted, because I needed to be sure that the faculty members who were taking part in my grant were aware of safety issues regarding drones, because that was what the grant was all about. So I actually did a quiz to ensure that my quote students, who were all actually practicing teachers, knew the foundational concepts that they needed to know. So quizzes can be very helpful, and you may not necessarily need them for every course you teach, but you may find that they're useful. Now we're coming up against a discussion assignment. As you'll note in the syllabus, there are 6 discussion assignments throughout the course. Each of them are worth 25 points, and they just get you to kind of engage in what we've been working on throughout the module. And then I'm navigating here to find some resources. I'll typically create module resources that will help you delve further into the content. And so you'd be able to spend a little time navigating these links and looking further. So the next and final section of this module is an activity checklist. So you saw that I have a pretty sequential series of activities, starting with the overview, going to the activities and the objectives, and then following up at the very end after the content itself with an activity checklist. So this is the activity checklist. You'll notice that the image source is from OpenAI. I use DALL-E to generate these images. It's a artificial intelligence, large language model graphic design tool. It does very well with basic graphics, but not very well with text. So you'll be welcome to dabble in the use of artificial intelligence for a variety of reasons, including the creation of graphics, if you like, throughout this course. So that is pretty much an overview of how this course is set up. And I welcome you to contact me if you have any questions. And I will be asking you, when you create your own course, that you will also be creating a video that you will be able to introduce your students to the course content and to the navigation of your course. So that is the overview, and I look forward to teaching and learning with you throughout the rest of this semester. So have a great day, and I'll see you in class on Tuesday.